Hello, I hope you're all keeping safe and well. I'm here today with another design team project for Lottie Loves Paper, and I'm using Picnic in the Park by Tangerine. I've decided I'm going to do a mixed media background as I've seen Vicky Booten do on her live Facebook group feed. Using the distress oxides, and I'm applying these distress oxides here with these really lovely makeup brushes actually from Amazon. They just blend so well, and I think because the bristles are just so soft, you can get some really nice soft blending with those. So this technique here is, which I've seen Vicky Booten do, is with the distress oxides. They do react to water. So if you just use one of your sort of spare sponges on your dauber and dampen it with a bit of water, you can lift some of the colour off. Obviously, the more water you put on, the more effect it gives, but you've just got to be careful when you're going through stencils that the water doesn't bleed underneath too much. If it's too wet, then it will bleed. So I'm just going through with a couple of different stencils just to get some different effects in the colours themselves. And then this is another technique where you're just using your sponges to apply coloured circles to the white cardstock, and then we're going to do the same again with the sponge. Sorry, excuse my camera going out of focus there. It was a very sunny day, and as you can see, I've got a few shadows on the page. On my desk, but we're going to work through those, and hopefully the camera will stay in focus. So yeah, just going through with the same sort of effects, same lots of different stencils, and just pulling some of the colour up within the circles. I'm just giving my sponge a wipe after going through each colour, just so that you don't mix the colours too much, because that's just like a spare sponge. So I'm just using a wet wipe now, just to dampen the sponge more than wet it, just to pick off a few more of the colours. Just a few more, just to see what happens, and then I'm just going to give it a little spritz of water, just to get a couple of other different reactions. And I'm just going to use my microfiber cloth just to dab at the moisture, just so that I can dry it just a little bit quicker. And then using the same colour stamps, same colour ink, sorry, with some stamps, I'm just going to add some other dimension onto the page, and a couple of different sort of shapes, but just going over the same colours again just sort of highlights it a little bit more. If you want to see the actually Vicky accidentally deleted her first video, but the second part of this the technique is in her Facebook group if you did want to sort of like follow her and see how she's done it. So I've chosen a photo and I've printed it off in black and white, as I thought there was quite a lot of colour in the inks on the background, and also the papers are very colourful as well. So I've chosen some colours to complement the inks that I've chosen in the papers. And these cameras are gonna feature again. I do love a camera in there. So I'm just going to add some foam tape to the back of the photo, just to lift it off of the matting slightly, and then I'm actually going to offset the cameras instead of having them in a straight line vertically. And then this photo was actually Molly's 25th birthday meal. We went out for a lovely Thai meal, and so I'm just trying to find a few embellishments that that go with this. Now this page actually didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. When I started the background, I had a totally different photo, totally different layout in mind, but then realised the colours weren't right for the background I originally planned, for the photos that I originally planned. So I printed this one off of Molly's birthday, and used this collection because the colours were just perfect for that. So I'd actually just started off with the background. I'm not actually thinking about matching it up, the colour of the inks, matching it up with the photos that I'd chosen originally. But happy mistakes and all that, and I think it turned out really nice. So just using a bit of wet glue to stick the embellishments down. And just trying to find a couple of little embellishments to go with it. And last but not least, I'm just going to put the title on. I did want to put Molly's 25th on here, but then realised that the alphabet that came with the picnic in the park doesn't actually have any numbers on. So I've just gone with Molly's birthday. Hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you soon.